In today's Threading Thoughts podcast, we discuss the digital transformation of the Indian railway system. The Indian Railways, a governmental entity, is under the Ministry of Railways that operates India's national railway system. Run by the government as a public good, it manages the fourth largest railway network in the world by size, with a route length of almost 68,155 kilometers as of March 2019. Rail transport, like most industries over the past few years, is experiencing a tidal wave of digital transformation, and its impact is difficult to imagine. The application of digital technologies are many, but the main impact of digitalization is on the model of operation. Technologies like artificial intelligence, big data, and cloud computing, connectivity, autonomous driving impact the industry, and these technologies are creating a new transport environment. Chandra Kishore Prasad, Executive Director and Head IT, heads the business and IT operations of Railtel Corporation of India Limited in southern India. Railtel Corporation of India Limited, a mini Ratna Central public sector undertaking, is a neutral telecom and ICT service provider engaged with the Digital India and Broadband Commission of GOI. He is a member of the Institution of Railway Signal and Telecommunications Engineers (IRSTE) and worked in the National Thermal Power Corporation. He was part of the core team associated with the Digital India initiative to design and deploy one of the largest public Wi-Fi networks in the country and was instrumental in design and construction of Railtel Hyderabad data center infrastructure. He led the team for design and deployment of software-defined data center and building of Rail Community Cloud for Indian Railways application deployments, which provides managed services including security and DR services for many enterprise and government clients. He was instrumental in executing the telecommunication system and data networks for Mass Rapid Transit project in Hyderabad. He also worked as professor and HOD at IRISET for about 5 years. He was actively involved in training and development of human resource in rail sector and setting up the Center of Excellence for Safety Critical Software in Rail Signaling and Train Control and MTech courses for in-service probationary officers respectively. He has played a pivotal role in bringing the digital classroom, video collaborative learning system and content hosting for 352 KGBV government schools to monitor effective education. We're so happy to welcome Mr. Chandra Kishore Prasad to Threading Thoughts today. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Mridula. It's a pleasure to basically talking to you on this podcast.
Thank you so much. I wanted to ask you something. So how has emerging technologies improved rail services? Can you share some specific use cases?
Emerging technologies are imperative to improve the services as there are so many factors which play in train operations. And a few of the emerging technologies like modern train control systems, the long-term evolution, the LTE technology, and the train collision avoidance system. These have helped the railways to improve the safety. It has helped the railways in eliminating human error, where the drivers or the autopilots, if they make a mistake and in the operations, in the train operations, the system basically automatically alerts the drivers, and in case the driver still misses it, it applies emergency brakes and avert the collision situations. So these are some of the technologies which have been adopted by railways, and progressively it is being done in phases.
So the one thing that I wanted to also ask you was, can you suggest some specific use cases where technologies have actually improved rail services, specific use cases that you can talk about?
Yeah, so the technologies like modern train control systems and train collision avoidance system have improved the safety performance of the railways. In addition to that, when we go to the digital technologies which are there, have been transformed digitally. One is the file movement, the physical files which used to be used in the railways in all the divisions and the zonal headquarters for notings and decision making and stuff like that. So that entire thing has been moved to the digital platform, and close to 1.5 lakh employees are now using that platform, and since 2019, 2020, and another 50,000 users are being added. So these users belongs to the various divisions of the railways, the zonal headquarters, railway board, the RDSO, the production units which are there, like integral coach factory, the rail coach factory, the diesel locomotive works, and all the other units are part of this entire digital transformation. In addition to that, the design of yards, the engineering plans have been digitized, which were hand manually, and the entire design process and the workflow for the approval of the design has been digitized. So that application is known as e-drawing approval system, EDAS for short. So this is the second application we have done. The third application is the Universal Medical ID, which has been deployed to issue medical ID cards to all the railway employees, and they can use this health services across 250 hospitals of the railways and around 1,000 plus dispensaries which are there. So earlier, each of these hospitals will issue their own card, and there'll be a different card using different authentication systems and different ID. Now it has been universalized, so throughout the entire railway system, all the hospitals. So this ID will be used across all the hospitals, across all the zones. So even the employee get transferred from one location to another location, he can still continue to use the card. In the olden system, they have to actually discard the card, get a new card done, and a lot of time gets wasted in that.
Time,
so
energy.
This unique, so this has basically the QR code, barcode, and other identification, and they can go and take the service. So close to 40 lakh users are there registered in this database. So 12 lakh serving employees and their dependents, and close to around 13 lakh retired employees and dependents. So if you take dependent, 2 or 3 dependents, so close to 40 lakh is the total size of the database. Then the fourth application is the hospital management information system. So in hospital management system, what we're trying to do is we're digitizing the entire experience for the patient care, whether it is a curative care or preventive care or post-operative care and those type of things. So we have started the journey from South Central Railway, which is located headquartered in Hyderabad. So it has 6 divisions, and there are close to 10 hospitals, and there are 44 dispensaries. So we started with South Central Railway, and we also implemented in Northern Railway, which is headquartered Delhi. So there are 14 hospitals there. So this was the first phase we had done. Now, going forward in the next couple of years, we want to do entire 250 hospitals and around 1,000 dispensaries. So this the entire solution which we have taken is scalable, and which can also which basically follows all the norms of record keeping and all, where the data can be exchanged between even private hospitals. So if an employee gets referred to a private hospital, his records can be accessed by let us say Apollo or Yashoda or any other hospital which with railways have tie-ups. So these are some of the initiatives which railways have taken, and further in terms of improving the services, the interaction with the customers, the customer experience. So in those areas also a lot of work is in progress, and going forward this entire the initiatives which railways have taken will basically give the benefits to all the stakeholders, the customers, the internal employees, and the entire ecosystem.